Hi, today we want to go over a new secRMM feature that implements what the security industry is calling the principle of least privilege. And that pretty much means if you want to use a piece of software like secRMM, you want to give the user account only the amount of privileges that it needs. And in secRMM's case, perhaps you don't want to have a full-blown administrator taking care of the secRMM product. So up until release 9.11.17.0, which is the current release, to control secRMM, you needed to be a full-blown administrator. And so we've made some modifications so that's no longer the case. And I'm going into computer management because this is where one of the user interfaces where secRMM gets exposed. And you can see that I have access to the secRMM product, and I can change policies. So if I were to run this as a different user, for example, you could see that secRMM doesn't show up for a non-administrator type of user. And even if I try to go in and look at the secRMM event data, I would get an access denied because I'm not an administrator on the computer. So we need to figure out a way where we can have non-admins access the product. So the way that works is if I come back in here and as an administrator, now when you install secRMM, there's a group here called secRMM administrators, and there's one user that's defined, and this is not an admin account, even though the user ID partially says admin, but that pertains to secRMM. So let's run this now as the it's the name of the computer. It's a local user ID. It could be a domain account, though. It doesn't matter. secRMM admin 1. Okay, so you can see that even though it's just a regular user account, that I can get at the secRMM, and also I can look at the secRMM data. One thing to note, though, is that under this account I cannot clear the event log, which is a good thing. So only the administrator can actually clear it. The other thing that this least privilege user ID cannot do is access the scripts in the admin utils. So you can see I'm running as the system administrator, and I can get access to all these automation scripts that various environments use to change the properties and do various things with secRMM. But you cannot do that if you are a least privilege user. And the answer there is, if you're an administrator and you say, well, I want to have them run these, these few scripts, you can copy them out of this directory and put them on like a network share, and then let the users access it from there, and just use NTFS permissions to only allow the secRMM admins access to that. So I hope this demo was useful, and that you find the least privilege mode of secRMM useful in your environment. Thank you very much, and have a good day.